The fire, the worst of the fire, smothered from encroaching on the town now. Seji and Yui find themselves kind of both panting from the exhaustion of the fight, but Seji just doesn't have it left in him. Now sprawled on the floor with his Naginata kind of just held in a defensive position, but without any fight left in him, is just panting away. Just it's not like any of this is going to matter. Unless you leave now and you run with everything that you have, your friends and everyone else are going to die for this child. And Gon just is like, what are you, Seji? No, you can't mean what I think you're trying to say.
Yui takes a deep breath. Sweat smudging the makeup on her face and flames flickering down into her hands and feet. She glares directly at Seiji. For what reason did you take these matters into your own hands?
My own hands? No. This is by will and order of the Elemental Council.
What do you mean?
I mean that if Gan couldn't come through and secure his granddaughters, to bring her back to the Phoenix Lands, that all of you were to die in fire and flames, that this whole village was to be burned down and to asunder, and that we would take the child with us back to Kyudanasawa.
Yui will turn to Gon. Are these your orders as well?
My orders were just to come here and get my granddaughter, which I was more than happy to do, to take her away from Ryuji. That's all I was told to do. I had no idea that they would resort to these tactics.
Seiji, did you start this fire?
No, I was too busy getting ready to fend off you and your friends.
Do you know who did?
Yes, and they'll be coming for you any moment now.
Awesome. And I will reach down and grab whatever will work for like a scruff, and I will try to drag him outside.
Yeah, he really can't resist at this point. He can't make any checks that require a roll. So yeah, you can just drag his ass wherever you want to at this point.
All right. So Yui will drag him outside of the house and sort of like toss him onto the ground.
Okay.
Look around for her allies. Does she see Doji Gen or Riichi nearby?
Yeah, so soon they will be coming back. They're going to probably stop by the well on the way back after everyone's kind of given a cheer and congratulations for stopping this fire. But eventually, yeah, you do catch sight of your friends.
As soon as I catch sight of them, I will shout to them and kind of gesture to come here.
All right, and at that, Riichi and Gon, do you guys want to have your scene before this, or do you want to have it later in the day?
As we're walking up to the well, I think would be perfect.
Yeah, so let's do that. We'll cut back to them having a scene, and then it'll be Yui kind of calling you over to the beaten and defeated Seiji.
So yeah, as we're the fire's starting to back off, just whew, it's like old times, isn't it, Gen?
I suppose it seemed easier then. Gen's been working very hard, and her white hair is covered with soot. Her face is covered with soot. She has burns up and down her arms of just from the flying sparks that were there.
And you two are just exhausted. Not a night's sleep. You're caught in the middle of this, and you've been running around trying to put out a fire with your own hands. At this point, I'm going to say that Riichi and Gen both are experiencing the exhausted condition, so you won't be able to reset to half of your fatigue or strife until you're able to get at least 6 hours of sleep.
Oh, fun.
Okay. Gen does a quick look around to make sure Sueno has properly left with the horses.
Sueno has started to come back with Bisho and the party of the children and the elderly, but also not only did Sueno be able to get the horses to go, because for once Heart of Oak was able to be rounded up quickly, but a couple of the ox and other critters of the village that they make use of for labor have been gathered up by her and some of the other peasants.
Okay. So, are you okay?
I'm good. Just I'm used to fighting living opponents, not the forces of nature.
The forces of nature can be more deadly. She
Uh,
says that with a sense that she knows that so much more than just this event reveals. There's just this weight in her words when she says this, and this distant look in her eyes.
Yeah, we should probably go back and check on Ryuji and Mariko. Let's I don't know about you, but I could go for a little bit of washing up.
Yes, of course. I don't look proper. She straightens herself up. Straightens her, come on, I've got a crane now.
At which point Ryuji just laughs. No, but I think it's a good look. I think it's a good look for all samurai to be a part of the world and not just stuck in courts and castles.
And that's when you guys catch sight of Yui, and she has Seiji grabbed by the front of their armor and kind of reaching into almost their kimono and has the ball of their fists crammed up into the middle of their throat and tossing the Shiba Yojimbo down to the ground out in front of Ryuji's house when she calls over to you.
Oh no.
Never ends, does it? And Ryuji will get like a bit of a second wind and start jogging over.
Not quite second wind, but maybe 1.5 wind, and try and follow.
So Yui-san, this is quite a sight.
It sure is. You, she points to Seiji. Explain yourself to them.
Explain myself. He sets himself. I am Shiba Seiji. I am of the Order of the Bent Knee, and I am here to claim Mariko in name of the Elemental Council. And we will not be deterred, not by you, and not by Ryuji, not even by Gon.
Interesting.
But I thought we were going to negotiate, and Ryuji can go with her.
Negotiations, what you worked out with Gon. That fool. He's blinded by love of his daughter and seeing his granddaughter. He didn't have the stones to follow through on what the Elemental Council desires and needs.
What's worse, he knows, and he is part of the people who started this fire.
You've only stopped the beginnings of this firestorm. You keep holding me here and the child any longer, and it will just become worse for you and everyone else here.
Is it just because she's this Shinken?
That is part of it. And he kind of starts to gain back some of his composure, and his starts to straighten his spine back up a bit more. She is blessed and destined to sit upon the Elemental Council, or so the council believes. With their training and their guidance, she can become the greatest master of void that the Empire has seen.
They just want to control her. That's all they want.
It's better than what'll happen to her if she's anywhere else.
I mean,
What will happen to her if they don't do that? If they don't take her? What will happen to her if she grew up here? Maybe with a sensei here.
You're lucky if she won't take every mind in this valley, in these hills.
What do you mean?
An Nishikin that doesn't have proper training is a danger to themselves, but more so to everyone else around them.
that's what the Phoenix want you to believe.
Sentiment. Is he lying?
Go ahead and make me a sentiment check.
I will. I think that sounds like an air sentiment sort of a thing to do.
I think air would do very well here, and I will give you a void point to do it blind.
Okay. I will take that void point.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll just start with that.
So this is going to be 3 air and 1 sentiment.
Okay, I got 2 successes and 1 opportunity.
Okay, and do you have anything about sussing out liars or motivations or anything like that as far as advantages go?
Advantages. I do not have anything in the way of advantages on that.
Okay.
I do have a general, Fukurokujin's blessing that will help with just knowing where I could look up more information to do it, but I don't
That's fine.
think that.
Yeah. So how do you want to spend your opportunity?
It is there. Hold on just a second. Let me double check and think about what the best place for that is.
Okay. And yeah, you think he's completely earnest and sincere in this belief that, those who are not trained by the Asawa will be a threat to themselves and everyone around them.
Okay. I would like to learn this character's, the Yojimbo's, current demeanor and current strife.
You got it. So their strife is currently 3, and their demeanor is gruff.
All right. I will say to the others, I think he's telling the truth.
Of course, he thinks he's telling the truth.
Of course, he's telling the truth about being willing to go to ridiculous measures to apparently get whatever it is the Phoenix wants.
Why can't it be such that such skills are dangerous here? But I want to know why Ryuji would not be able to go with her. How does that benefit anybody?
It is best if the Ishiken are removed from attachments such as family and loved ones, that the connections that they share with them can be troubling to an Ishiken and their training and disruptive.
Or they just want to groom her.
They say that. You could think that with what you want, but you have not sat in the garden of the drooling idiots that are left in the wake of Inishiken's untrained use of their powers.
You're right. We've only sat here where we saw you light a village on fire in hopes to, scare us away? How was this going to work for you exactly?
It seemed more like a kidnapping to me.
Oh, it was.
How was it supposed to work? Supposed to distract you and burn this whole place to the ground, but the fool Ryuji wouldn't do what he's supposed to do, to put down his daughter, to go out and fight the fire like a proper samurai should.
You mean he acted like a father?
The fool wouldn't go. Put up a fight with the maids. It's delayed us quite a bit.
Well, anyways, whatever we're going to do with him, we should just do it now. And make sure Asawa does not get the baby.
No.
You think he'll stop with me? I'm the only one who could call out this attack.
You?
My friends, there's only one person who can make this decision, and it's not us.
I agree.
I agree too, but I don't think we're thinking about the same person.
That's true.
This is a decision for Ryuji to make. And it should be argued as proper samurai for his judgment. You believe you have good grounds to make this case for her good, for Ryuji's good, and the good of this village, and for the good of the Phoenix. Yes?
Yes.
And I look at Kuniyui and Shorobishu. You believe you have good arguments to be made. And Ryuji has his own thoughts. Now that the fire is out, let us go inside, make tea like civilized people, sit down, and the two of you can present your cases and let Ryuji decide. For myself, I could really use some tea, and I will stand with Ryuji in whatever he decides, but he must hear both sides before he can make that judgment.
Ryuji's standing in the doorway. I've already heard enough. No, I'm not letting my daughter anywhere near the Phoenix.
So what do you want to do with him?
Send him back with Gon as a failure.
He said he was... I look at Seiji. You said you were the only one who could stop more attacks, the further firestorm, as you said? Yes?
I could, but you're all fools if you think that'll stop anyone from taking Mariko, if not tonight, some other night.
Ryuji-san, there is a truth in what they said. I understand you don't wish to give the child to the Phoenix, but if she is Shigenja, which they clearly believe, she will need to be taught by Shigenja. Would you be willing to take her to the Asahina? Their lands are nearest here.
We can take her to the Asahina temples. I think that would be fine. At least they have forsaken violence.
I do have another option.
As do I.
Oh, do tell.
Might I recommend with the priest of the Kitsu family? They are the ones more in touch with the ancestors, and therefore could require or could divine guidance from from her ancestors in these times.
Well, that is an option.
If they are willing to take her in, I apologize. I do not know exactly how much sway you have over the Kitsu family. Richie.
I've met a few that would be willing to take on an additional apprentice.
There is one more option.
It's one I'm willing to consider more and more, Bisho, since apparently the Phoenix aren't interested in using their words.
At that point, you hear Gan kind of struggling back within the house, and he comes trying to run towards the front door where Ryuji is at, and you hear him call out, "Whatever you do, don't let her be near any of the any Shigenja families. You can't trust any of them." And then he just kind of gurgles and kind of sputters a bit, and one of the nursemaids has him in a grip as she kicks out one knee behind him, an arm around his throat, and a knife in his back.
Oh, I thought they would be so much fun.
And he just falls, kind of trying to reach back behind him, and thumps down onto the floorboards of Ryuji's house right behind him. And Ryuji just kind of gasps, "Gan, no! Not anyone else tonight!" And he starts backing away out of the house.
Yui's going for that nursemaid. Doesn't matter how tired she is. Doesn't matter how fatigued. That's not okay.
Nope. Yep. Richi's going in after as well.
Sounds like we got ourselves another initiative here, folks.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Let's go ahead and TN1 tactics checks. And let me pull up a couple of...
Will we be using our focus or vigilance on this one? Because this one kind of came a little out of left field.
This one's a little bit more out of the blue than even the one with Seiji. So why don't you guys go ahead and roll add vigilance to it, I should say, not roll anything different.
And Richi will be entering in on the water stance.
Excellent. Water is one of my favorite to assess in.
I will take the 2 successes with the 2 strife on them, as well as the opportunity. That will put my initiative to a total of 5.
Okay.
And with my opportunity, let just hit me with all the terrain again.
Sure. So yeah, there's entangling in the house then, and in general, obscuring outdoors because it is night.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. All right. And let me get the roll here for what their TN is for this. I'm just gonna roll for the maids once, and so they'll just assist and then the one roll. That is equal to, they're going to assess in air, and they get 2 successes. Okay. It is 4, so that gives them 6. All right, so maids are at 6. Richie, what were you at?
I've got a 5.
You got a 5 total. All right. Anyone else on the initiative?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, I got initiative 4. Air stance, 1 opportunity to hold on just a second. I was looking at it. Assess one foe's weakness, learning one of their disadvantages.
One of their disadvantages, sure thing. A disadvantage that they have is fear of failure.
Sounds familiar.
All right. And so with you add, again, you have a total of 4 or 4 successes?
Total of 4.
Total of 4, got it. Bisho.
I got a total of 4. So 1 success plus the
3 vigilance.
Yep.
Okay.
And I did indeed get an opportunity. So guess the only other trying to figure out what I can do with that because we already have the disadvantage. So
you can use it for any of the other things. Under air, you could learn their demeanor. I would think.
Yeah, let's learn their demeanor because that's important too.
Sure, they are shrewd.
They are shrewd.
Shrewd maids that are fear failure. All right. And lastly is Yui. What do you have for your initiative?
All right. So with the opportunity I rolled, since I am going into fire stance,
Okay.
I will use my focus instead of my vigilance.
Yeah.
Which will give me, with the 4 successes, thanks, Explodings, I have 9.
9. Wow. Oh, because of bonus successes for going into fire stance and whatnot. Yeah. So, Yui is, they're going to start us off here. So you are standing at range 3 to the first maid and range 4 to any of the other maids. Range 4.
Okay. So then the first thing she'll do, knowing how beat up she already is, she will use her free movement action to get closer to... If they all... did they all show violence yet, or just the one so far?
Just the one that you can see so far.
And that is the one that she will be taking a step towards, as many steps she can, but it's really just like 1 or 2.
You can make a fitness roll as a maneuver action to move multiple range bands in a single turn.
But as my actual action,
that's true.
I definitely need that body as an anvil, or else it's just gonna hurt. So I will activate that, which is as a movement and support action. I guess it counts as both. That makes sense. I can make the TN3 meditation fire check.
All right, so you'll take your 1 range band movement and then take your meditation check.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, Yui kind of steps forward and goes through the prescribed methods of setting up the body hardening exercise yet again. And that brings us to the maids. I will have retreat into the house, and then I will have the 2 of them do a guard action on the first one. And the first one is going to ready a strike on anyone who gets in their face. So let's do the guard action. So one is going to assist the other, and then they're going to put a guard on, which is... Oh, wow. That's not bad. Get to keep 4. I guess keep them all. 1, 2, 3, and 5. And I can roll again. Why not? Let's try to get some opportunity. Actually, no, they won't take it. They're already getting some strife, and this is already going to be a ridiculous bonus that they're getting. So that is 6 successes, and against to add it to someone who's already in air stance. Vici, you're up.
All right. So before I take any actions, I will move forward closer to the house.
Okay.
I believe that puts me 2 range bands away.
That puts you 3 range bands away.
3 range bands.
So the first one moved back into the house.
The range bands is fine by me.
Okay.
I will take a calming breath to kind of refocus and recenter myself.
If you have fatigue and strife over half, you reduce each by 1.
No fatigue, but my strife was at 10, bringing me down to 9.
There you go.
But as my water stance action, I will, sword is still in sheath, but I will point with my hand at the maid that stabbed Gon, point at her directly and say, your actions are dishonorable. Fight me here and now, and I will issue a challenge to her.
And she immediately declines with a haughty laugh, kind of with one hand with her knife still forward, but with some kind of with
Okay.
her mouth,
Well,
like I would ever try to take a samurai in a fair fight.
well, with that, allow me to make my TN1 command check.
Yeah, because that will matter for things.
It will matter. So we're in Awata. Oh boy. So I will keep. Ooh. Let me keep the 2 exploding skill successes and the 1 black die. Actually, I'll just keep all 3 skills, which is an explode with a strife, and an opportunity. So let's blow them up, and that will give me a total of. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take the additional
Strife.
Strife and success. So that's 3 total successes with 2 opportunity and 2 strife. I will use one of those opportunities to reduce my strife bound by 2. So I'll get a net gain of 0 on that. And for my other opportunity, let us give me one moment. I just want to check something.
All right, well, either way, they have to forfeit glory equal to your ranks in command, which is 3, plus your bonus successes. You had how many successes total?
I had 3 successes, so it's 2
so
bonus
that's
successes.
5. They have to forfeit 5 glory, so they lost a third of their glory from 15 to 10.
Yep. Darn.
Each of their allies, real quick, each of their allies with lower glory than you, which, they have.
Almost certainly lower glory than me.
2 strife, and then you will gain a void point.
Unfortunately, I'm at topped off on void points.
Fair enough.
But, yes, I just effectively gave them all strife.
Yep.
And it makes me seem awesome.
It does. All right. So that was our Kodo. Moving on, next is Bisho and Gen. I believe the lower honor goes first.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
indeed.
Yep. So Bisho is going to get. Is it a movement action to get within at least 2 to 3 range bands of them?
If you take 1 movement action that you get for free, you can get within 3 range bands of the lead maid. Let me move her a little bit.
Perfect. Yeah, I think Bisho is a little peeved right now.
Okay.
And he's going to do something he has never done in front of you guys. And he's going to take out his umbrella, do a little dance, and say, Yuri, it's time to do your stuff. And he's going to cast Tempest of Air.
Okay.
And that is a TN3 Theology Air check.
Yep. Invocations. All right. So nice thing about channeling is you don't have to immediately declare it. You can decide after you make your initial die roll.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your theology and your air ring?
My theology is 2 and my air ring is 3.
Okay. So you got a pretty good chance of getting that TN3.
Mm-hmm. And do you want me to put it up in the Roll20 chat for everyone to
at least so we can take a look at the spell? That'd be great for
okay.
I'll go searching around for it. If you can just print to the chat, and I'll go ahead and give the description.
Print.
There we are. So yes, a TN3 Theology Air check targeting 1 character within ranges 2 to 3. If you succeed, blasts of wind smite each target. Each target suffers supernatural damage equal to your air ring and must resist a TN4 fitness check. So that's pretty rough.
Yep. And it looks like I am almost there, but I rolled, unfortunately, a blank, but an opportunity. Success with strife, an opportunity, an explosive success with strife. So I am going to keep the success with strife, the explosive success with strife, the opportunity, and hopefully I can gamble and get that explosive success into
you could
another. Yeah.
So let's see what we get here. So go ahead and keep your dice and then add the explosion. Oh, and it's each other character at range 2 to 3. Wow, that's really good. It's not, number of targets equal to air ring. That's good.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a 5. So
There you go. And now you explode 1. And it does come up success. Would you like to cast now, or do you want to channel that and hold on to it for another round?
Oh, I would like to cast it now. And I think I get... and let's see. It looks like they have to resist with a T&4 fitness check.
They will certainly have to do that. So if you succeed, lots of 1 hit each target suffers supernatural damage equal to your air ring. So they will just take your air ring, which is 3.
Yep.
And then they have to make this fitness test, and they're in air stance, so they just make it at the basic T and a 4. So
does that hit any of us?
I thought the doji was the opposite way of all of us.
They are, but it's everyone at range 2 to 3. The doji is at range 2 to you, so you might hit Gan in this.
Oh.
That's all right. That's all right. Which you can decide to channel if that's how this will go off. Let me make sure. Cleansing Fire, that's the other one that knows. Targeting each other character at range 0 to 2. Yes, no, unfortunately, this will hit Doji Gen if you use it this turn.
Ooh.
Or you can attempt to channel. Because, effectively it is a tornado that goes out from you, but there is an Eye of the Storm at range 0 to 1 of you.
Yeah, that is a problem. So if I channel, that means what again?
So for that is an important thing to know for the game. Channeling is very, very good for that you can do. So if you choose to channel, during the character's next turn, you perform an invocation of the same element. You may then tap into the channeled dice. During step 3, assemble the dice pool. That character rolls 1 fewer skill die and ring die based on how many dice you've reserved. So it lets you guarantee roll dice that you can get on the next casting if you want.
All right, I'm slightly confused by that, but I think we can roll with that.
Yeah, so if you wanted, you could keep like the exploding success and the opportunity. That way, next time you can be guaranteed to have those results if you wanted to channel.
Yeah, let's do that then.
That works.
Just I think it just more or less looks like Bisho is doing a dance with his fan.
The wind starts to pick up a bit, and there's a bit of a breeze, which might not be the fire gusts coming up, or it could be something a little more spoopy than that. All right, so so you figure out which dice you want to reserve and mark that down in the chat. And Doji Gen, you're up.
All right, I am going to step forward, and I am going to explain to them very succinctly why attacking us is a stupid idea based on the culture of Rokugan.
Okay.
I am let me put it in here. I am illuminating the way on the lead.
I don't know if it's
on the lead maid.
lead maid. All right, illuminate the way.
This is incredibly foolish of you. As you know, back in 422, there was a bunch of people who tried to kidnap a baby, and this did not go well for them. Anyway, so let's see.
So a T&2 Scholar Fire check targeting 1 character. If you succeed, that character treats their vigilance as 2 lower. All right. So this will be a Fire Scholar check.
Yes, indeed. Hold on. Okay. I will. Hold on just a second. I just want to check to see what to do with opportunities.
Sure thing.
Sure.
So you can choose additional target with Illuminate the Way with them, as well as you can do the standard fire stuff.
Right. And I will go ahead and I got an exploding success with strife, and an opportunity. I will keep all those.
You're able to keep 3 dice?
Explode the success.
Hold on, you're able to keep all 3?
Oh, sorry, I can only keep 2.
That's all right. That's all right. That's why I was asking.
Okay. Well, I guess I will keep 2 and hope for the best.
Yep. All right, so you're keeping the success and exploding success, and we'll explode out and hope to get an opportunity.
An opportunity would be nice. Oh, yes.
Yep. You added 2, but that's all right. We understand there was the same result on both dice. It's no big deal. So you do get the 1 opportunity. All right. So if you succeed, that character treats their vigilance as 2 lower, and their focus as 2 higher. The effect persists until the end of the scene. All right. Yeah. Oh,
I will So the main person now has their opportunity, their vigilance to lower
Reduced, and their focus
their
to higher.
focus to higher, and I will use the opportunity to negate a strife.
There you go. Now you have a thing where it says the effect persists till the end of the scene written here, but also that seems to be one of the opportunities. Is it only till the end of the next turn normally?
It didn't say. This is a full, end of the next scene as well. So this automatically lasts the end of this scene.
And then if you did the opportunity, you can make it last for even more. Got it. That's
right.
really
so this lasts to the end of the scene period.
Got it.
Always.
All right. That brings us back to the top with Yui.
All right. So my Kiho is still active here.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not attack me.
Yeah, no. She has a readied action to kind of like ready to lash out like a viper at anyone who gets within range of her.
Will I be able to get in range with the free movement action, or do I need to use more?
You're at range 2 to her right now. So depending on what you try to do, if you want to kick, you only have to move 1 range band. If you want to punch, you got to get 2 range bands.
Okay, so if I kick, I can do a kick, basically.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Kicks are cool.
Your hammer might have a range of 5 on it, or sorry, range of 1 on it. So that might work also.
Well, that's true. They're definitely not wearing lacquered armor, but it would take an action instead to ready the hammer.
If you in the water stance, you could grab the hammer, move forward, and then swing.
Switching into water stance means I won't hit. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Legs it is.
Legs it is. All right. So
this is what happens when I'm surprised. Plus, unless they're tainted, they haven't quite deserved the hammer.
There you go.
So.
And I think a knife is only range 0. So yes, she is not able to stab you right now.
So we'll do just a normal strike while we leave the Kiho active.
Okay.
And do a kick. TN2 martial arts. Okay. So I definitely can take those 2.
So yeah, you need to
successes.
You need to hit a TN of let's see, so it's 2. She's in air stance, makes it 3 plus 6. So you need to hit a TN of 9 to hit her.
What?
She has 2. The other 2 maids are guarding her, so she has TN 9 to hit.
Okay. Then instead of hitting, if the others are they guarding her like in front of her?
They're just as I have in the show, they're just flanking her beside her, but they're able to provide. They're kind of at the same range as her. So if you wanted to attack the other one, you could try to attack one of them. That would be TN 3.
Let's see if I can somehow hit that 9. 1, 2.
You never know.
3. I don't have any more void points, so I'd have to really rely on those explosives.
Yep.
And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 2 explosives. It'd have to explode again. That's a bit risky. So, okay. So as Yui basically Terminator walks in there, she means absolute business, and she sees one of the other maids go to try to guard the first one. So it's cool. You get the kicks then.
All right.
So that will be that one will be the normal TN2 or the TN3?
That is TN3 because of air.
Okay. They're all in air. They're all wishy-wishy.
They're all in air.
Wishy-wishy. Okay.
Actually, if you wanted to activate the fire strike, it's effectively plus 1 TN, so it would be TN 2 for that Kiho. If you wanted to use that Kiho instead, or it's TN 3 normal strike.
Normal strike. I'm still waiting. I'm still going to keep up that bodies and anvil, and I still am trying to get to her.
And select the 3 dice. The 4 dice you'd like to keep, and you only have to hit a TN of 3.
So I will keep one of the exploding strifes, the 2 normal successes, and the 1 opportunity, so I can negate that exploding strife. And let's see what that explosion gives me.
All right. I got you an extra success. Straight.
An extra success. Sure. Why not?
All right.
I don't think it does anything.
It's
no,
a-
I think
it's extra-
it does
it's extra
actually.
damage. Yeah, so that's 4 successes. You needed to hit 3. So what is your kick's normal damage?
Kick's normal damage is at a 2.
All
So
right,
it'd still
you
be a
do
2.
3. They only negate 1 of that in the clothing that they're wearing. So let me pull up their character sheets and put on 2 fatigue. All right. Next up is the maids. And at this point, the 3 of them just leap on you with knives out, and they all go to attack. It's going to be assist, attack. So they are going to get 3 white and 3 black. Oh my. Get to keep 3 of these. All right, so 5 successes. So you're getting stabbed a bit here, or at least the knife will come perilously close. That is 2 damage normally. So that is 5 fatigue. And
So,
then
because they've activated my body as an Annabelle trap card from the burst effect,
I like the way you put that.
of course, I will be the character who attacks me is going to suffer supernatural damage equal to my firing and the daze condition.
All right, that is 4, right? Or is it 3?
4.
4. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep. In addition, I am reducing that damage by my firing.
All right, so you take 1 instead of 5.
I have an armor that gives me 1 physical.
There you go. You take nothing. So
because I take nothing, the weapon, or 1 weapon, the target used gains the damage quality, and the target suffers the burning condition as her trying to stab me unleashes the key I've been storing within me. Just a whoosh.
Just burns her hand, sears it right up, and the knife is just burning, glowing hot in her hands. Excellent. All right. That's the maids. Now we go to Ricci.
Okay. So I will take my my movement, free movement, to step up beside Yui, and then gripping the katana in one hand, or I'm sorry, the saya in one hand, and then reaching down towards the hilt. Ricci unleashes, just pulls it and cuts Aiajutsu style across the maid that is now on fire.
All right.
So I will be using my Aiajutsu cut crossing blade.
Very nice.
So this is gonna hurt. We've got a water of 3 and a martial arts melee of 2. So here we go. All right. Oh wow, that's a lot of strife. Let us, obviously we're going to keep the exploding non-strife there. You know what? Let's also keep the, let's see, I'm at 9 strife. Okay. I will keep the skill dice showing a success and a strife, the skill dice that's showing an exploding success, and a ring die that is showing opportunity and strife.
It's pretty good.
Let us add on another skill die.
All right. And remember, the TM was raised by 1 because they are in air stance.
Oh, good. Well, there's 3.
Yep. Just wanted to remind you.
Yep. So I'll roll again.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I will take the 4 successes and the 3 strife. We'll use the opportunity to reduce down the strife by 2 for water stance, giving me a net gain of 1 strife, putting me at 10.
Okay.
But with this Aiajutsu cut, sorry, let me get the exact wording out. Oh, I can actually put it into here.
You can just print it right into the chat. Yeah. There we go.
So I will draw and ready the sheath weapon in one-handed grip. I succeed, so I will deal physical damage to the target equal to the weapon's deadliness, plus my bonus successes.
Okay.
So I think I only get the 1 extra deadliness there. Or the 1 bonus success, because I have 4 successes and their TN is up to 3 now.
Yep.
All right.
That is correct.
So that one is going to take a grand total, at least from me, of 6 damage. 5 for my deadliness of a one-handed katana, plus the extra bonus success.
Very nice. All right. So that one goes down out of the fight.
Excellent. And with the swipe, it kind of like forces the maids to kind of reconsider their position.
Okay.
And when that happens, Ricci kind of steps a little bit forward, at least not exactly in front of Yue all the way, but at least a little more closer to the maids, as I will take my action, my water stance action, to guard Yue.
Got it. No, water stance action, unfortunately, is a tactics check.
That's right. It's one that you can't make a roll for.
Yep.
That's right. That was the kicker. Never mind. I can't roll that.
You can do a calming breath.
I will take another calming breath.
There you go. What was the damage altogether on that strike that you did?
6.
6. Okay. So yeah, she is defeated and knocked out of the fight there. All right. It now goes to Bisho.
Okay, I know people have moved around now,
Mm-hmm.
but can I actually do this without hitting anyone that's my ally?
You certainly can. It just takes you to take a small step backwards, and now your allies are all within 0 to 1, but that means enemies are at 2.
Awesome. Beautiful. So I am channeling. That means from the last roll, I kept
the last roll, yeah.
the success with strife and the explosive success with strife. And I get 2 less dice this time, but I have those kept. So I got 2 white and a black to roll up now.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Ooh, I'm glad I kept those 2
dice,
successes. Yeah. So I do get it. I get all 3 strife.
Okay, so that means that you will suffer elemental backlash. If you keep 3 dice showing strife on a magic roll, you will suffer backlash.
Okay.
So in this case, the GM chooses up to 2 additional characters in range who become targets the GM may pick to choose. So in this case, with things the way they are, I don't know if there are any other targets. So I think you luck out on a spiritual backlash because the only thing that are in range of the spell are enemies. Because I'm assuming that Gan and just Gan will also be hit with this, but he's already stabbed and bleeding out. A little more fatigue isn't going to do much worse to him. Yep. So there you go. I mean, gaining extra targets is not bad for a spell that's already kind of AoE nastiness.
Mm-hmm. And yep. And they take.
It just says everyone gets targeted.
I think they take the 3 spiritual because it's up to my ear ring.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to resist a TN4 fitness check or suffer.
Check is going to be tough here.
Yep.
That is 1 white, 3 black. Does it have a different TN if they're in air stance?
No.
Okay, so it is
only
just
earth and fire.
All right. Well, she might be able to keep exploding this. Nope, she gets 2. All right. So the first one. What happens if they fail the test? They're moved back.
They suffer the disoriented condition.
Oh, got it. Oh, that's right. It's for opportunities. That's if they get as well.
Okay. That second roll wasn't as good as I hoped it would be.
Yep, that's all right. All right, and then for the second one is roll. Nope, not happening today. That's 3. All right, so dazed, and the last one in the back who's out of the fight, but who knows? She might be able to calm her breath back way in. Oh, not if she took more damage. I'm just going to count her totally out of the fight. She is taking too much to really fight back. She's not dead, but she's like long-term disabled, as it were. All right. So yes, Bisho erupts into a hurricane force level of winds that buffet and knock people around, and the maids are shaken. They're just dirt and dust and soot from the fire that had been flowing around. Ash kind of just sticks to their eyes and kind of blinds them and disorients them for a moment. But luckily, the rest of you are all within the eye of the storm here, within the comm center. All right. Go ahead.
And Bisho closes his fan with just a nice, satisfying snap.
Their umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella. That's what I meant.
That's a round. Yep. All right. So from Bisho, we are at the bottom of the initiative, and it goes back up to Yui.
Do I get an action?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry again. Yes, I looked at 4, and I thought that was at the end. I'm sorry. You're right.
Okay.
Higher
right.
honored goes. Higher honored lets the other one go first. I totally spaced on that. You're up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to. So 2 of the maids are down. There's 1 still up. Everybody on my team's up.
The one in the back is long-term disabled. I'm going to go ahead and turn her around so that she's long-term disabled. The other 2 are disoriented.
The other 2 are disoriented, and one of those has their vigilance dropped. All right. I'm going to go with thinking my people have it in hand. I am going to go to Isawa Gan and try and pull him out of the fight and protect him.
Okay. To get up
the
to
honorable
him,
thing to do.
Yeah, it is. You'll either need to go into water stance to move the 2 range bands to get up close to him and start trying to drag him back, or if you're good with that.
That sounds fine.
So it's that it's a maneuver check. Cool. All right. So you move up, you grab hold of him. Go ahead and make me a fitness test at TN2, and for void point. Oh no, you have small stature as a disadvantage?
I don't no, my disadvantage is not small.
Okay, fair enough. I thought you had small stature as well.
No, I don't.
I know she is supposed to be tiny crane.
She's very young looking, but she's not so small that it's actually an advantage or disadvantage.
Well then, yes, it's only a TN2 to drag them out with no disadvantage then. I was like, in which case you might have to re-roll some stuff as you try to drag a grown man out from this fight. Hey, there you go. That's
all right. I made it. I spend my opportunity on negating the 2 strifes.
There you go.
So I got 2 successes, 2 strife, and opportunity.
All right, and I'll go ahead and just automatically move you back 1 as part of the fitness test of dragging the man backwards.
And just trying to get him out of the way, and then maybe help him as I can until the others are.
Next turn, you can try to apply first aid because he is unfortunately bleeding from a rather nasty cut on his back. All right. It is now to Yui.
Okay, so is there still a storm, or was that just a very quick...
a momentary thing. A momentary hurricane gust of wind that just kind of swung around and then dissipated out into the ether from where it came.
Very cool, very disorienting, but... So, there are still maids up, so charge up my key.
Get disoriented here again just to make certain that I know I'm doing it right. So, disoriented is at the end of disorient characters TN of their movement and support actions. All right. That is what's happening to them. So they can still attack normally. Dazed is what stops attack and scheme. Okay. Yui charges up her key, and is that it? You're still in fire stance?
Oh yeah, still in fire stance. So, yeah, I do believe I get that.
Yep. All right.
I have to roll the exploding, actually. Make sure, because it's a TN 3 check, and then I can get the fire bonuses.
There you go.
Worth it. All right.
So
I'll take that.
Pick the 4 you're going to start with.
We got the success, the exploding success, the 2 opportunities.
All right.
And then with the exploding, I have a success and strife, which good thing I picked up an opportunity so I could just clear that off. And anything I want to do with that extra opportunity.
You're in fire. You can give strife to someone. You can do things you can draw attention to yourself, i.e. to draw aggro.
I will draw some attention to myself. I will basically, especially putting on a show for how honestly fatigued she is, as she draws the key into herself and focuses, she says, You want to try this again?
Nice. I like that. All right. So that's your action. And let's see, what are they going to do? Yeah, they're going to have to do... They're going to try for anything here. One will assist the other, and they are going to use an advantage of theirs to reroll 2 of those dice. Yeah, no, they just keep 3 successes, which is going to equal... Sorry, I'm totally blanking here. 3 damage. That's not a great amount, but yeah, 3 fatigue coming your way.
My way?
Yep.
Good. Because that's definitely not going to work. Because as exactly what happened last time, and what I certainly implied would happen again, the one who attacks me takes supernatural damage equal to my firing and the dazed condition.
The dazed is going to suck. Dazed and disoriented now.
And I take no damage.
All right. Ricci, you're up.
Oh man, that's a bad day for these maids.
Oh, sorry. They do get a movement action, and they move back into the house. All right, Ricci, you're up.
Oh, they're running away from me. How unfortunate for them. So Ricci will take a moment to readjust his grip on his katana to bring it into both hands. So I'll be readying the weapon as my action, as my water-free action. And then with a quick flourish of the katana and a couple of quick steps in and out of the Ryuji's house, I will unleash the flowing water strike onto the maid that is... they're both on fire.
No, only one is on fire. The other one that's on fire is the one that's kind of out in the middle.
Oh, okay. I will hit the one that's not on fire this go round.
Okay, fair enough.
So we will try this again with another water check here.
All right, so as an attack and movement action, they are in air stance, so you will need to hit a TN4.
No. With only one, that will not hit them, unfortunately. However, I will keep the 3 opportunities.
All right.
And I will, at first, I will go ahead and, even though I did not succeed, it's still nice to actually get into a fight. So I'll go ahead and reduce down my strife by 2.
Okay.
And then with the other 2 opportunities, one thing I would like to do is I just want to look around the area and see if I spot anything like out of the ordinary here that I can use to my advantage.
Yes, actually, even though it is obscuring and night, you are starting to see shadows creep through the bamboo to the south of you.
Interesting. Okay.
You picked the right one to use this turn, sir.
At which point I'll do a quick little shout out. Watch the forest to the south. That's 6 words. Watch.
That's all right. It's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah.
Watch the forest.
However you want to say it. Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and put those down here now that you have done that.
Oh, and I will point this out. I'm not being quiet about it. I'm being fairly loud.
Ricci is always loud.
Not always, but most of the time. But yeah, that's all I've got on my end.
Sounds good. All right. So you guys can see all this down here now?
Yes, and that is very concerning.
Oh, I hate it.
Yep. All right. So that is Ricci. We now get to Bisho. They are very hard to see. If it wasn't for that, they would have gotten much closer before anyone spotted them because of the obscuring terrain of night.
Let's see. We have some fire on us right now, lighting us up. Oh, bodies. What to do? So I think the maids are pretty much taken care of. I think Bisho will start heading a little bit it looks like there is a house to the southwest that we could probably find cover.
It is a gazebo. So it is unfortunately not much on walls, but there is at least something that you guys can find some shelter in. Let me go ahead and move that out.
So,
Yes, this area here is a gazebo.
okay.
So there are a couple of small walls on the
Cool.
outside and some pillars.
Yeah, I think I will start heading down that way.
All right. Do you want to make a maneuver check to try and gain more than one range band?
Sure. I will do that. I think it's a fitness check?
I
or
believe it
something?
is. Yeah. Let's see here. Maneuver is a TN2 fitness check. The effect move on range band. If you choose to make the fitness test and you succeed, you may instead move up to 2 range bands plus 1 additional range band per 2 bonus successes.
I will at least try it.
All right.
And I think I'll stay in air for this.
Okay.
So at least if I get some opportunities, I can make it more stealthy, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no fitness, so it's just 3 black die.
All right. You're looking for 2 successes. Oh,
Hey,
or
looks like,
more. You might be able to run all the way over there.
I'm almost at composure, so I think I can only take 1 of the explosive success.
Okay. So you got 2 explosive successes with strife, and 1 normal success. All right.
Yeah, so I'll keep the explosive success. I will keep the normal success. And I will see what the other explosive success will get me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You only need 2. You're probably not going to take that last one.
No, I'm only going to take those 2.
All right. So you get to move 3 range bands, which will get you almost all the way to the gazebo. So right now you are running right past his rock garden into towards his gazebo there beside his house.
Yep.
All right. That's your move plus your maneuver action. There we go. And you are in air stance. That is good to know. All right, Jeanne, you're up.
Now that we have been alerted to these other people in water stance, I would like to do a very quick attempt to heal with one of my actions.
Sure.
So,
He is suffering the bleeding condition, so that might be the one that you want to take off first, I would think.
right.
So
I don't know if I can do it. I'm not really good at this, but
that's fair. Bleeding is a TN2 medicine earth check.
Let's see. Okay. I can only keep one of those, and I am at composure.
You can, if you are at composure, you're fine. You are not compromised until you go over.
I am only. Well, I have 9 out of 10.
Okay. So even if you go over, you still can complete the roll if you wanted to. Just any further rolls from there, you wouldn't be allowed to keep dice with strife. But that doesn't. You don't accumulate the strife until the roll is complete.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see if I can get an opportunity off of that.
Right. Exactly. That might negate it. Although this is an earth, so.
Yeah, this might negate a little bit, but yeah. All right. Well, I got 3 successes. I am stopped the bleeding. I am over my limit on strife and about to have a meltdown. Yep.
But the bleeding has stopped, and again is no longer bleeding out in the dirt in front of his son-in-law's house. All right, and that brings us back to the top with Yui.
So there's still 1 maid left, yeah?
2 still up.
Oh, well, the other one's on fire.
One is on fire, which is...
I'm less concerned about that one.
Yes, that one is probably going to roll around on the dirt in a second.
All right, so then it's been a pretty winning strategy, so we'll point at the one that is not on fire and still has a weapon. And basically, I can do this all day.
All right, so go ahead and activate your key there.
Oh boy. Well, looks like I can't do it all day because
Yeah,
I got a lot of
opportunity.
opportunity.
A ton of opportunity. I can do this Well, most of a week. All right, come back
I
next
mean,
time.
it was a lie to begin with because. So perhaps.
I bet you could intimidate them with that much fire opportunity. You were talking
Oh.
pretty
That
intimidating.
is true.
Oh, that's a great idea. Absolutely. Yeah, let's
Turned it into an intimidation check.
yeah. pour on that strife to them.
Yeah, it's strife to
Mhm.
break outbursts. So.
Yep.
So 2 strife then, and then I'll I guess use I do have another opportunity that doesn't have strife. I'll use the other opportunity without strife to negate one of my own strife then.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. So, the maid that's burning runs back some and attempts to smother the flames that are engulfing her at the moment. That's a TN2 fitness check. And she is able to put herself out. You know what? Let's just call it for 1 strife. They don't need any more than that. They only need to hit a TN2. So her fire is out. And the other one, yeah, she turns tail to run. But this is much harder inside the house that we said had terrain. That was terrible. There we go. All right, so she is able to hit the TN2 fitness, which became a TN4 fitness. So she's moving 3 range bands, takes off to there. And an opportunity with air, I think during a movement action check, move up to 1 range band of any. Yeah, let's do that. She will move an additional range band and moves into this back room here. All right, so she's in the back of the house doing whatever she was going to do. That's the maids. We go to Ricci.
Looking over to Yui, and I'll say, "You have this."
Maybe.
All right. At which point, I will go ahead and. No. I was originally intending to go inside, but no. I think right now the big thing is, I will do my movement, my free movement here, to move over to Asawa Gan
Okay.
and pick him up to bring him into the house.
Oh, nice. All right. TN2 fitness check to kind of fireman's carry him, so to shoulder him up over your shoulder there.
Especially to the way that it's not, stabbing the, or I guess she withdrew the knife, so there's no
Yeah,
knife.
the knife was withdrawn, but yeah.
And no longer bleeding. Well, the bleeding is staunch enough.
The bleeding stopped as best can be done.
And this sounds like a fantastic opportunity to use my void point to make sure I don't mess this up.
Sure.
All right, yeah, I will take all of those. So what I will do, I would like to use those water.
So 2 success, 2 opportunity, 2 strife.
Yep, 2 success, 2 opportunity, 2 strife. I would like to use the water or the opportunities there to move an additional range band to get into the house at this point.
Sure, that works. I like that.
So that way, instead of being like stuck out with like me in the house and then him like stuck going through the doorway, I just want to carry it all the way into the house as far as I can get.
That works. All right.
So with that, in order to do that, I will also point this out. In order to do that, I had to put the katana down.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So I will not have a katana at this point, but I have at least gotten.
Well, you were in water. You could. You got a free action.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah.
As long as that was in water, you can sheath it and grab him and bring him in and all that stuff, all for the same action economy.
That is exactly what I'm going to do then.
There you go. Yeah, it's like he didn't move to Earth, so you're all good there. All right. Now we move to Bisho.
So can I move to the gazebo without any problem?
Yeah, you can. For one, you can definitely move up towards the gazebo.
Cool. And I think I'm out of sight of everyone at, well, not everyone, but at least
because of the obscuring terrain, because it's night, they can only see up to 2 range bands generally, and you have no light around you yourself. So at this point, you can't really see them very well, but they probably can't see you either.
Cool. I'm gonna turn into my true form.
Excellent. All right. The ears grow, the snout extends, the tails come out from underneath the kimono. And are you going to move into a full fox form or into the kind of mixed form?
The full fox Nari messenger form.
There you go. So no, not even that. The kimono recedes into your body or dissipates off into the ether, into little motes of energy and essence. And now there's just a fox hiding behind that, a four-tailed fox hiding behind that gazebo.
Because I got a little plan for ninjas. Maybe to listen.
Is shape changing in action?
Yep, it's a scheme and support action.
Cool. There you go. You have now changed shape. All right.
Sweet.
You're up.
All right. I look around for Ryuji.
Ryuji is probably standing close to you with Mariko in his hands and just trying his best to keep a hold of the baby and keep his own confusion and panic at seeing Jeanne getting stabbed going down in front of him, but is happy to see that the bleeding has stopped and that you guys have control of the situation. His panic is starting to subside a bit, but he's still very worried about the whole situation.
All right. I say, Ryuji, get in the house. And I kind of usher him into the house and kind of plant myself in front of the door.
Sounds good. Let me pull out Ryuji's still
I don't know if that could be a water action to just... And I need to ditch some strife if I can. So
yeah, you can you make it a command check and see if you can get some opportunity that way.
All right. Yes, some opportunities. So I spend 2. I can only spend 2, I think, to drop my strife by 2. That takes me back to 9, I believe. At least it's below 10. And I will spend the other opportunity. Hold on. I don't know. Trying to figure out what to do with the other one. I'll spend the other opportunity to move the one range band. That will let me use my second water action to take a calming breath. There we go.
All right. So you guys shift into the house. You get most of the things taken care of. There is one maid there who is just long-term unconscious. Her robes are burning and kind of asunder. She has some nasty second-degree burns going up her arm. One of the other maids is dousing herself and looking like she's ready to run next to the hearth there. Another one seems to be scrambling in the back room. Seiji starts to kind of laugh and realize that you all have now left him kind of unattended out there. And he makes some sort of signaling call to his compatriots as Bisho shrinks down to the size of a fox and makes ready to ambush the ambushers. And why don't we go through everyone and give me your last kind of thoughts, stance, and actions of your character before we call it game for the night. Yui, take it away.
Oh, if I can take one last action, since I am actually still outside next to that guy, I would love to punch that guy right in the throat. Silencing blow there.
You know what? I like it enough to let you do it. You step over and just thwack him right in the throat. Go ahead and make me an unarmed combat check.
All right.
All right. So what do we got here? You're trying to hit a TN of 2.
I actually really only need the opportunity.
I guess that's true also, yeah.
Because suppressing blows is my school trick.
Oh, that's right. You can just silence someone right off, right like that, yeah.
Exactly why I thought of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Very appropriate for this character to just take even just one of those opportunities and just...
like stick his fingers in the sides of his mouth to give out the whistle, and before he could even get it off, you're just like, thwack! And just,
That's what he gets for doing an evil laugh first before the thing that mattered.
You're like, one thing they've always taught us at the Cooney Warren School, when someone starts maniacally laughing, karate chop him in the throat.
It's so true.
There you go. All right. So that drops him. He starts gurgling on his own choked breath. All right, Richi.
Richi is setting a Sawagan down and starting to look over. Actually, well, before I do that, the maid currently in the room. What is she doing?
So the one that is still conscious is just starting to pat herself out, put the flames out, and looks like she's getting ready to bolt and run too. But she starts kind of eyeing some of the tea sets or utensil sets next to the hearth, like she might just throw them at somebody and try to make a break for it.
If she looks like she's going for any of the tea sets like that, I will set down Gone as quickly as I can and as safely as I can, and I'll do another Aiajutsu cut right across her.
Sounds good. We'll start with that next time. We get Gen's last freeze frame motion here.
Gen just is standing at the doorway. She looks absolutely exhausted, and she is beckoning Sueno to come inside and says, "Prepare your knives."
Nice. There we go. Sueno goes ahead and draws her knife and gets ready to defend the household with everything that they have alongside their long-term friend, with just a nod between the two of them. And going on to Bisho.
Okay. Is the moon out? I can't remember.
I don't know decided what time of year it is yet, so I'll let you decide what phase of the moon we're in.
Oh yeah, totally a full moon, because this is going to work out.
There you go.
In the glorious fox form that Bisho is in, they're going to jump up on one of the highest Zen garden stones and look out toward the approaching force that think they're fully shielded in the woods. And so this glorious fox shining in the moonlight just says quietly but in the loudest way, "Fools."
I'm Robert, Orbayushi Shinichi, your host and narrator. Thank you once again for listening. Remember to catch new episodes every Monday, and if you want to catch them early or are looking for more bonus content, please consider becoming a supporting member of the Patreon at patreon.com/CourtGames. To reach out to us, email the show at fortuneandstrife@gmail.com.
I'm Tiff, and I played Kuniyui. You can also find us